Hey guys, it's me. I'm so over these braids, Lord. But I'm sorry, I have kind of been off these last few days. Been trying to just get myself together. But I was like, oh, it's Sunday and I cannot let the day pass without kind of hopping on here and talking to you guys. So I'm gonna do better. But I just wanted to come on here. I don't have any updates. I'm sorry. These braids, I need to take it down, but I hate it in my face. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of come on here and say hello. I don't have anything to say today. I will have something to report on Tuesday because I go in for a checkup. Kind of just with my rheumatologist. I have an appointment, so that'll be cool. I'll come on here and I'll let you guys know Wednesday how my visit goes Tuesday of this week. But yeah, because I want to say I talked to you guys about a week ago after the whole death of Chadwick Boseman. I think I told you guys that I blogged about it because I was really just moved by the fact that he passed away and everything. I don't know, it just kind of hit different. And I think I kind of talked about that. And so I just really wanted to kind of come on here and just say hello and check in and see how everybody was doing. I don't know. Sundays are kind of like self-care. So I'm actually out here right now at the park. Brought my son and two of his friends. I call them my nephews because they've grown up with each other. But anyway, they're out here at the park playing. And so I'm kind of just in the car listening to music with the air conditioner, of course, because it's hot. But I'm out here and just kind of reflecting. I'm doing a little bit of writing for my blog this week. And yeah, that's all I got going on. Not much. I guess if you guys, I don't know, maybe I should start asking, is there anything anybody just feels is pressing where they need to discuss? Because I kind of feel like there's a whole lot of stuff that we could talk about. And I mean, I've been kind of talking to you guys over the last few years about just me and my scleroderma journey and just some of the things that I've experienced, from medicine to even just, all the changes that we go through. But I mean, I'm totally open to discussing other topics. One thing I think is important that we talk about is kind of the self piece of having a chronic illness like this. Because I know my blog post specifically tomorrow is going to be about self-love. But, I think that it's hard to kind of get to self-love when you are talking about an illness that literally changes, for a lot of people, the trajectory of your life. And so it changes, your physical appearance, which obviously impacts your self-esteem and your self-confidence. And so then even when you think about dating, especially as a female, and, just your attractability or attractiveness, I don't know if that was a word, but at any rate, when you think about all of those things, how they really impact us, because I think when we talk about just diseases such as autoimmune illnesses and even cancers, even though I do think that cancer a lot of times can be a lot more terminal sometimes for some people, but then I know that there are a lot of people who recover. So I guess maybe I would want to say people who do recover, but there's still loss in all of it, regardless of what you have. There's loss of just self, there's loss, from the physical aspect. And so especially for people though with autoimmune illness, something that you kind of live with every day, but it's not necessarily visible, oh, this person could be disabled. You might not be able to work because you have some underlying issues. I know with the interstitial lung disease that a lot of people end up having to deal with. And I know even Raynaud's, I had to get a doctor's note to be able to have a heater in the office. And so all of these things kind of impact us. And just what does that look like from day to day? Because we talk and focus so much, I think, on a cure or just health, eating better, dietary changes, what type of supplements you may or may not be using, even therapies, alternative therapies. But we don't really talk about what does it look like when, you're living with this every day? What do your relationships look like? What does your working life look like? Have you had to file disability because you're unable to work? What type of toll does that take on you mentally and emotionally and financially? I think that's something that we should be talking about because we're still human. And I mean, just because you have an autoimmune illness does not mean that you kind of quit living. You still have to live, and the world doesn't stop. My mom always used to tell me, one monkey doesn't stop any show. And essentially, you know, life is life. And so thankfully you have friends and family, but even they sometimes don't get it and they don't understand, and they can be supportive as supportive can be, but sometimes it's just like you're in your own mental hell as you try to navigate these changes and these nuances of having autoimmune illness. So I'm totally actually wanting to actually talk about those types of things. And I'm, if anybody is kind of thought that, or they feel like, you know what, I haven't really found anyone who's discussing it, then please share, let me know, like, specifically what it is about, having issues, or not issues, but, autoimmune illness like scleroderma or polymyositis, lupus and whatnot. What is it about it that really bothers you beyond the medicine and the therapies? Like, do you feel like you have anybody that you can really discuss this with? Do you feel supported? Is your friends and family supported? Like, did you lose a relationship because of it? Even for, I know some women, because a lot of us, I was diagnosed at 32, but some people are diagnosed early. I mean, have you kind of like had children, or did you have plans on starting a family? Did getting this diagnosis change what your life goals were? And I'm pretty sure that, in some way, some capacity, you were impacted, but we don't talk about it. And I think that it's so important for us to talk about these types of issues, because when you hold all that crap in, it just manifests and it turns into some other shit. And then you start just, doing things that you shouldn't do. So anyways, that's really all I had. Those are just some kind of thoughts that I had. And again, when you have a moment to yourself, because I've got 3 teenagers with me right now, Lord bless me. But when you have a moment to yourself and you kind of just reflect and think on things, this is kind of where I'm at. So that's all. I just wanted to check in with you guys. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday and you're taking care of yourself, and you have plans, or you already have enjoyed this extended weekend that many of us are blessed to be able to, have Saturday, Sunday, and then of course Monday off, because tomorrow's Labor Day. So I will see you guys, talk to you on Wednesday after I go to my appointment on Tuesday, and hopefully I don't have anything to report other than, just typical check-in stuff. Okay, so I'll see you later, and you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.